Hey, it's Dude, and today we're doing it. We're building this dude, Strike Freedom. Master grade. Remember when I said we're gonna do the big box? This is the big box one that I wanted. I think they actually get even bigger, maybe. I think they get like thicker like that. I'm not too sure. But, oh, and here's a quick fix, okay? So I said, I think a while ago, I said Craig had a unicorn something. And no, and then I was like, no, it's Endless Waltz. No, that's like the series, Endless Waltz. It's something else like Dragon something or Bat something, I'm not too sure. But that's the one he has. Endless Waltz is a series of the show. But we're talking about this guy, Strike Freedom. So here's another thing. This is a 16-year-old kit right here. This came out in 2006. This is not the newer kit. This is not like it's been sitting there for that long. It's just the model type with the way things fit on, with the way armor clips or the way armor looks. There's just very kind of old version of this. Does not mean that it's gonna look all wonky and all beat up or anything like that. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying sometimes I think in particular with the newer models, maybe I think especially on the legs, there might be just more detail on the legs with the armor itself. Are you guys ready for this? This is cool. So it has all this. What I didn't realize to do is use Google Translate to read all this stuff. Now on the other side, it shows front view, rear view with more of the Japanese characters, and I don't know what it says. I know what it says, but I don't know what it says. I use Google Translate. Now thinking back, it's an obvious, right? Duh. But I didn't realize, I didn't think about it. In case you're ever in that situation where you're like, man, I don't know what that says, use Google Translate. Also, check this out. When we did this guy, you might look at some of the decals and you might be like, oh, that one looked messed up, or this one looks, did you do that on purpose? No, I did not do that on purpose. It's just, I don't know how to put that stuff on. And especially those were not water slide decals. Those were dry pressure decals or press on decals. So all I had to do was cut out the piece, put some pressure on it, like, keep going, whoa, and then it would have stuck on. I put it in water. Maybe that's what messed it up too, but I didn't do it right. I also need some tape for the decals. So then when I put the decals on, I could leave them on. We'll see when I put the decals on. I might put them at the very end when the whole thing's done, like I did with that dude. But yeah, that's why that looked like that. Some of the letters and stuff were chopped off for this and that. But then I thought also that might give it some like wear and tear type look, like he's seen some stuff. I also did some panel lining, a lazy way of doing it, as I've seen with other videos with marker. All it is just get a Sharpie, ultra fine Sharpie, color it in, and then get a eraser and erase parts that you don't want, and then it kind of gives it that weird look. I'm not a pro at that stuff. I don't know how to prime that paint exactly how it looks. Again, I'm doing it the very amateur way. I'm doing it if that guy can make it look okay, I think I can make it look okay, or even better than that. But this is the big dude. Let's get to unboxing. Okay. As always, you have these little strippy dillies. Nice box too. Nice, awesome artwork. Here we go. Three runner sheets. This is just one with decals. So there's like that nice fancy like clear sticker type that they have, and then the press on. Oh wow, there it is. Is this a clown car? They just keep coming out. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That's the last one. Here's the book. The how-to book. Here, they show tools you should have. I don't know if they've ever, I didn't pay attention on the other ones if they showed all that. Again, this could be a very old version of how they show their books, right? I don't know if that makes sense. I know that when we did that one, they had the index dilly the same way, but because this is an older kit, I don't know if they still display their newer magazine dillies like that. He does a cool like sit down knee dilly, and they're showing, yeah, look at his knees bend. Yep, knees bend. We want that. We want bending knees. I'm down on bending knee. And then if you'd like, you can have some of his legs showing of his skeleton with armor, if you like that sort of stuff. This is a pretty crazy build because not only are we building the Gundam dude, right, as we have before. With that dude, we did build, there's, again, like I said, there's a jet inside this dude, folded up right now. But this guy, his whole wing thing is supposed to whoosh, open up. And it comes with a stand too. All right, let's get to opening up these runner sheets. This is a stand, it looks like. Wait, I already know. I already know. This is like a thin plastic. And it's just this, so we could put that there. Sometimes people have all these runner sheets and like it's sometimes it looks like it's where you put dishes in. They slide them in there so then it's not just like that. So another thing that I've noticed a lot of people talk about, I don't understand why, and the reason why is because I don't know like the whole mechanics of the actual building of this, as in like the plastic making, right? And all that pieces, because people, when they see the way it's made, I guess it's injected, I think that's what they say, but injected at different points or something, or at different times. And sometimes people are like, whoa, it's crazy just how it's made, like itself. Okay, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Oh, look at the characters. I didn't notice that. Well, let's show you this. So I think on these, I could put this dude in there. On the other one, the character, he's already kind of sat in the dilly. This one, I can, and it comes with 2 other ones. It also says you could paint them like the way the characters are. I don't know how to do that stuff. I suck at that art stuff and just being creative and blah blah boo boo boo. I guess they'll just stay like that. So here's a cool thing right before we start building is when you're about to do, part 1 or step 1, as it shows your step 1. I didn't notice if it has on the other one, but it shows you exactly the runner sheets you're gonna need. So then you can have the ones you're gonna use right here, and then the ones I'm not gonna use over there, rather than going through this and that. Just something to show you that's pretty cool. All right, let's do it. Alright crew, we got the body part done. This took an hour, but at the same time I'm cleaning up everything. I know this is closed and you can't see, but the pilot dude is in there. We're going to be going on to head, and right here we're going to take a break. There are some said things that we have to do, and then we'll come back. Like I said, this took an hour. I started at 12:45. Right now it's 12:48, but with all the explaining this and that. So an hour actually building that. All right, back from break 1. Let's keep doing this. So this right here took about 25 minutes, maybe. Let's put them on. See if I can do this with one hand. I should be able to. See, and we did it. This dude is looking pretty dope. His arms are different too than the other dude. Like, I don't know, I feel like I can move him up, down, and then forward and back too. Next we're going to be going on to arm unit. Let's keep going. gotten the arms done. There you go, as you can see, and then we're gonna get the shoulders. Shoulders are clipped out, cleaned up. We gotta put them together. I'm just having a little bit of trouble putting this piece. Maybe it's the wrong pieces. I don't know. We'll see. But we have to do something right now, and then we'll be back. Alright, crew, both legs are done. Check this out, if I could do it with one hand. Check this out. Look at that. Isn't that nuts? And then you push back the dilly. It all goes back. This little dilly opens up. Can I get it? Maybe not. Maybe not, but this little dilly opens right here. Jeez. Exposes the under part of its inner workings. The armor goes in pieces. See how it opens up like that? These things are crazy. That took a while to do all of this. There's a lot going on in here. Under the armor also putting it all together. A little confusing parts, but we're doing it. Next we got the waist. And then after that, the whole body is done. We just got to do the wing unit. All right. Alright, crew, we are done with the armor and stuff. We still need his weapon, but wow, this thing is huge. Much bigger than the other one we did, the other master grade we did. Something that I've heard from other Gundam builder people is that with these older models, sometimes these pieces, like the wing parts you see, that they come attached to, sometimes hand pieces, they just don't stick on or stay on as well when you try to like move them and all that stuff. But right now, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and like move them around so much, so it's just, this is just display, so I think it's just fine how he looks. But so cool. If this is an OG kit, imagine how the newer ones, how intricate they get. So cool. What is up, crew? Today is Monday. We started this whole Gundam daily on Saturday. I was able to finish the whole Gundam himself on Saturday. I finished the wing part of him and the gun of him, actually all of him, yesterday, Sunday. So right now what I'm doing is putting on the decal stickers, and I was not going to do panel lining or fill in panel lining. What I mean by that is, let me show you one that I've kind of done already. Again, I was not going to do that right now. I'm just putting in the decals, but some of them, not all of them, but some of these little lines like that, little dillies like that, you can fill in the very lazy way with an ultrafine. I'm sure you can hear the AC running right now. We had a power outage, so it is very hot, but I'm doing the very lazy way with that, and then using an eraser to erase parts that I do not want to be filled in. And that's how it comes out. So you can kind of be a little messy with filling in the spots like that too, and an eraser itself, then you get a little deeper into it, will erase all the stuff you don't want. So that's what I did. That's a very quick, this is the only thing I've done so far. Little different. So it's not just a plain looking thing. And here you can see we have finished the wings. Doesn't that look awesome? I'll get into that right now though. The guns, very cool. But yeah, these are not water decals like I did with the other dude, so that's why they came out looking very weird and not completely on. These are press on. Very nice. That one's like regular sticker, this kind, and that's press. This right there, strike freedom. Alright, yeah, you can see this right here, right? That's the part that I busted. So when that happened, all because it was a little piece that I didn't like how it fit, so I was trying to take it off, and then in the process of doing that is when this teared. That's where I just said, you know what, I'm done, and I gave up. I didn't start working on it for a while. I super glued it, that's why it looks like that. Those little lightsaber dillies. All decals and stuff are done right here. Like I said, I was not going to panel line, but I fill in the panel lines, but why not, I guess. Very different setup how I have right now. I have lights close up and time lapse. Gonna be boom. Let's keep getting to working on now day 3. Stop it, Craig. Okay, I know, day 3. Okay, so I did the whole outro and all that other stuff and showing you the dude. Well, I do have the clips of showing the completed dude. I did record that. But the whole outro of You're All Awesome Crew and all this other stuff of the Gundam I did. I just didn't press record, I guess, because right now, as I'm editing, right now, I was looking everywhere for the clip of the outro and it's not there. Very awesome Gundam to build, very frustrating, that little part that if I just left it alone, no one would have even noticed. It's just my, you know, that's why I broke it. I shouldn't have done that. Also, so what I did with the like left leg, right leg, I got the arms, legs, wing, right wing, left wing. I just clipped out all the stuff all at once, not together. That might mess you up because there's certain parts or little dillies of this and that you might not pay attention, that you might grab the right side instead of the left side, and then you might do the same with the other side. I think that's what happened with that part of the wing. But it's a very little thing that you wouldn't even have noticed. It's just I wanted it perfect. So that's why I broke it. But if you don't want that to happen, or if you're really good at paying attention to that, it's not that I'm not good at paying attention, I just forgot. It's just some of these little things, they look exactly the same. It's just like a small little tiny groove that might be off. And because, again, it is in Japanese, I'm not jumping from Google Translate back to that, back to that, back to that, back and forth, right? It's only the parts where I really can't figure out what the heck. For the decals, where you need to know what side to put the decal on. If not, it's gonna look reversed. I did do that, I think, on one of the stickers, but again, that's something that I guess you won't even really notice because it's a sticker somewhere behind something, actually. So I kept that like that. For some, actually, I said, you know, it's if you're building Gundams for the first time, maybe do like the entry level. But actually, those, hear me out, those might actually be harder. You might be better off doing a bigger Gundam, and the reason for that, because the pieces are going to be bigger, right? You're not going to have to, it's going to be easier to clip out because the armor pieces or the skeleton pieces are bigger, easier to clip out, easier to put together. Not that it's not going to be less intricate or anything like that. It's going to be more detailed, more intricate. But what I'm saying is less of the little like, there's still going to be that, of course. It's a plastic little toy figure thing that you're building, but the little pieces, there won't be that many, right? Because the smaller grade you get, then the smaller pieces there are. And like for the high grade of that second high grade dude that I did, those little clear pieces, those were pretty hard to even get in there. So the bigger you go, yes, there's more pieces. It could be more difficult, I guess. But just because you can handle more of the piece itself, it might not be that difficult. And you can probably get in there to clip the piece better, you know? So why not? Just jump in. Do a perfect grade. Why not? Just do it. It's probably going to take you a bit to do it, like myself. So in the time lapse you might see also, I'm wearing like one shirt and then another shirt. It's because that took in different times, right? This was done in 3 days. And it took about 9 to 10 hours complete. That is from building, cleaning up, you know, extra clipping this and that, and then putting on the decals, panel lining. That's all that. If it was just the Gundam himself, I think maybe 6 hours. I think that's what I did. Yeah, 6 hours, I think. But there it is. That is the Gundam build. At the very end, I'll put in clips of the Gundam dude built, but no panel lining or decals, and then it'll do a not that it's going to be that good or that type of noise or anything. I'm not good like that. I'm just saying it'll do a transition, then you'll see the difference of, you know, right? I should have done a shot of all the stuff on render sheets, and I didn't think of that. I just wanted to get into building stuff. But crew, there you go. Very long outro. I messed up. This video is actually kind of all over the place, to be honest with you, Diane. If you enjoy what we're doing, be sure to press that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'd so much appreciate that. But as we always say here on the channel, the views are always appreciated because you never have to crew with us for 1 second or all the seconds. And you doing so on purpose or an accident or still an accident, that is still your time that you did not have to give us. Thank you so much. You're all awesome. Thanks for crewing. Thanks for adventuring. On to the next. Come on this way, yeah. Right? Thanks, Jason. Can you hear the dog? Jason, what's the dog say? What?
Or,
I know, but what's the other one?
one's in English, one's in Spanish.
So how does the English one go?
Woof.
And the Spanish?
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow. That dog right now is going, wow, wow. I think Toby goes, but wow. There you go. Dun, 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 boom, 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 boom. Right? Why? And what's the point? It doesn't matter. Boom, 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 boom. But I keep going. Okay. Dun, ba, bum, 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 bum. Like, stop. So we're, oh. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. I'm still over here making sure, right? It also says you can. All right, Brack.
Ability of her mom donating eggs with the kind of
Oh. Oh. Someone's going crazy. Oh. Oh. That's what happens when you play in the Oculus world. Those little clear pieces. Very long I was gonna say intro.